Welcome back, lords and ladies. And we had been offered a job. Hold on. You cross into a small hamlet besides the path. It's rather nondescript. Place safe. A woman tied atop a soon-to-be bonfire. She's surrounded by bands of peasants, as is usual for women in this position. A monk from the mob reads from a holy tomb, apparently letting everyone know that the deontological nature of her crimes. Another man dutifully stands by the torch. We're going to burn her. We must do something. I've done nothing wrong. What do the old gods say? Torhelm. The monk Torhelm sits with the town's own fire and talks for a time. When they're done, a nod is given to the torchwoman, who sets the wooden pallet aflame. The woman screams for mercy, but the flames have none for her. Slowly working up feet first, it is a horrific sight, and only when the smoke is cleared does the woman go silent. The fire consumes her entirely as the rest of the town claps and cheers. Torhelm states that she was clearly a witch and had been done away. If you not saw, all you saw was a woman burnt alive, but trust that he knows more than you do about the war between old gods and the evils of sorcery. You get resolve. Rooting out evil is never easy. Right, we're going to grab some food, and then we'll probably deal with some of these orcs. We're also going to sell some of this junk off that we have. Yeah, but I will say, I have noticed that, like, I say it's easier, it's not. Like, the bandits and stuff are less challenging, that is true. But to be honest, like, by this point in the game, like, your standard marauders and bandits, though they are dangerous, don't get me wrong, to your units, they shouldn't pose like a massive threat. So I'm being a little bit blasé with just how much altered the game is due to the difficulty setting. One thing I will say though, I will clearly state, is that the bandits' range units are noticeably less vicious than they are on standard. If this applies to the rest of the actual factions, I don't know. I still think like the greenskins, especially the goblins, are unnaturally nasty. Right, kill off the contract. Okay. Kill them more than greenskins. Oh, it's around Sundar. Oh, it's down there, is it? Okay. They'll travel all the way down there. I hope they don't say, oh, you failed because the place has been wrecked, because I literally could not get here any quicker than I'm currently running. The fact that we are getting green skin contracts. Oh dear. This is bad. Yeah. I didn't realise that these guys... We're going to flee. This is actually a really bad setup for us. I haven't got my best people in it. And... you don't want to be messing with these honor guard, ancient honor guard. Unless you know what you're doing. So we are going to leave, folks. Ancient Honor Guard are some of the most elite enemy infantry that the Undead faction possess. They carry, most of the time they'll carry pole arms or great weapons. They all have heavy armor, and they all have several of the feats associated with wearing heavy armor, which makes them obscenely powerful. They also, unlike the rest of the Undead faction, tend to actually have a tactical mind, so you really don't want to be fighting with these guys, if you can help it. Plus, I already have a contract that I'm supposed to be doing. So let's get out of dodge. The fact that we're seeing undead means only... The fact we're seeing, like, honor guard undead walking around means only one thing to me, which is that we're going to have an undead invasion. That's the only thing that I can... That's the only thing that I can think of. Getting close. Okay. There we go. A few orc warriors. Okay, they actually have orc warriors. So this is like Kitty's time is over. So actual serious player units have to come on the field now. Because orc warriors are no joke. Just straight up, they're no joke. So is he still not up to it? Damage. Problem is with that damage, it's not going to be greatly useful to me. But he's better than nothing, I suppose. Okay. I'm tempted to do this. To have my guys here so I can flip them around as soon as we know which way the warriors are coming from. Because I need to get the ability to crush armor and stuff. I need to get my blunt damage weapons into the places where I need them to be. How's his stamina looking? Can he carry that? Well, he's going to have to. You get that. I mean, this is the best setup we have. I could give them better melee stuff, these guys. Just for this battle, because they are literally going to go up against orcs. And you really want the best melee defense you can have against them. Because these are guys that are going to be smashing through the orcs' armor, along with him. So, yeah, this is going to be like our best bet. Right, 1 second, folks. Let's see what happens. Yeah, a few orc warriors, let's go. Right, how many orc warriors are we facing? 2. There's 5 here, there could be another 2 more. I don't like this. Okay, there's mostly young'uns. Okay. First things first. Everyone get ready. Okay, so they're going to be coming down the middle. Focus on trying to... The problem is their shields are really good at absorbing fire, ranged attacks, so we're going to have to be... Delay. Yep, it's orcs, alright. gonna charge. Yep, here we go. Keep our flanks secure. And destroy his armor of everything we have. I want to see what this young'un in the back's got to do. Okay. Got some good hits off. But that doesn't mean anything against a full-blooded orc. Delay, delay. Problem is, this one here has a shield. So what's he gonna do? He's gonna do that. Okay, so we know he's engaged. You get down there and deal with those guys so they're no longer attacking us at range. The rest of you push up. Headshot. Destroy his gear. Delay. Headshot. Okay, we killed the two orcs. He's bleeding badly. Release the dog. He hasn't got any armor, so we can just kill him. Patch up his bleeding. The one weakness that orcs have is that they do have low morale, normally. So as soon as you can get like a morale wave going on, but like just look at it, like we had this bloke, he took 152 damage from just like being attacked a couple of times by an orc warrior. These guys are no joke. Duke, Vaughn's men could never do that, we just did. Only the Son's Colonel could deal with these green skins. Wait, we actually have to go we have to go all the way back up to Harkinsey? Really? Okay. If you're sure. I mean, to be honest, having a full straight up spear wall at the moment is really powerful in game. The spear wall perk makes it noticeably nasty. Just having like full-on spear walls, because if you get the mastery of it, it means you can still attack the turn. Come on, if you have spear wall mastery, it means they can still attack like multiple targets even if they get jumped. So your spear wall is really powerful. I mean, piercing damage isn't great against certain enemies like the undead. I won't lie with that. It's relatively weak against the undead still, which is supposed to be. They're undead. Like, piercing weapons aren't supposed to be effective against them. But still, like with the new, with the new tweaked spear mastery perk, I love it. Like, there's now a need to have, if you can have a couple of Battle Brothers with really high melee attack with spears on the flank, like nothing gets past them. Like just absolutely nothing gets past them, which is very powerful. Surely your presence is not another bad omen. You shrug and place a pinch head on the table. You explain that all of them are taken care of. Duke glances at it. So my ills must have been caused by something else. But what? Black cats? Yes, of course. I will have them all killed. And no matter, your pay will be held by the guard outside. It's the amount we agreed upon. So they got rid of the orcs, which is nice. I mean, his paranoia is still there, which isn't going to be going away anytime soon. I love orc stuff, but it's just... I mean, their heavy shields are lovely, but like the fatigue penalty that goes with it, you wouldn't believe. Right, so we took care of that. While the march came across a line of stopped wagons, you realised the wagons are cages, each serving a prisoner to a wild animal. Touring the line of carts, come to see a variety of beasts, a haunts mauling black cat lurches in its man-killer claws for the bars. Jumping away, you back into another cage which violently rattles with a bear's roar. Thankfully, its powerful paws are too fat to fit in between the bars. A man leans back from behind one of the wagons. He's got a wide look on his face as though he's just caught him getting off the... I don't even want to finish that sentence. Hey, who are you? What are you doing here? You inform the stranger you are Captain Since Kerner. The man straightens up. Oh, sellsword then. I thought my luck had up to run out of me. Look, I've got a problem my hired hands refuse to help me with. They don't care what they don't know. They don't care when they don't know better, but the damn cloak fell off the wagon and they just don't want to shut up about how I wasn't paying them enough to transport its goods. What do you need help with? The animal tamer leans you to a carriage. You immediately see that his hired hands quit. A frenzied and merciless wild man is sitting inside the cage, raw wrists bled against his sacco, signs of attempted escape. Half starved, the wild man gnolls on a stick, poking out from a tumbleweed of a beard. Seeing this sad sight, you grab the stranger by the shirt and slamming it. What does that look like an animal to you? The animal tamer grins, ivory teeth explains himself. Silly folk have gotten wind of the uncivilized wild men and wish to see them up close. I am only fulfilling this new demand of business would. Any businessman would. All I need to help is to get the dead body out of the cage. He points towards the corpse of a corner of the cage. The wild man rears back, snarling, and goes to protectively sit on the body. The animal tamer shakes his head. One of my helpers got too close, and well, yeah, I can't go into town with that mess in there. So So I thought you might be able to help me out, fish it out. I'll play plenty, of course. A pouch of 250 gold should sound good to you. A monk seems a little disturbed by this. Tall helm, the monk steps forward, hands clasped, head bowed forward. The old gods would frown upon what you have done here. The animal tamer laughs and leans against the cage, smugly crossing his arms. True, and it's by their grace that we had to make good use of our slaves, but this wild man is no kin of your way of life. You wish to enslave him by means of his being an outsider. He does not understand the relationship, which makes it especially grievous and improper. My suggestion is to have him work for you and learn from you. Make him a friend, and he'll be a friend for life. The imprisoned wild man's hands dart through the bar and digs his nails into his eyeballs. His face is ripped apart like a loaf of old bread, a couple of coat hangers at the jawbone, a tongue clawed, unlulled like an upward snake. Tall helm vomits as he faces drenched in blood. Tall helm shakes his head. I'd say he'd fit right in with the sons of Kerno. Absolutely disgusting. He's perfect. An outstanding capacity for violence is well suited for a mercenary band. You agree to take this imprisoned wild man on. Welcome to the company. Well, the animal tamer is gone, and with him no one left to take care of the beast. Minov comes up and asks what we should do with them. Let them out. You feel it wouldn't be right to leave them out there to starve to death. And a caged creature has no doubt have gamey meat with it. Comes to harvesting. You decide to let them out to their cages. Most of the strange animals make a beeline for the tree line, but two men behind a husky dog and a hooded falcon, both seemingly looking for a master. So that's a good outcome. We got this chap. He's okay. I mean, we could probably spec him up. I mean, he's not great, to be honest. Health, melee defense, range. He'll be like okay. I'd probably just sort of fire him, to be honest. Because it's not. I mean, he may get useful. Like 56 weapon skill at level 1 is pretty powerful. We got a falcon usable in combat. Oh, that goes on the shash, doesn't it? It's going to be a pain. we'll use once per battle. Yeah, that's useful. So you get the dog. You also get your halberd back, or your poleaxe, or billhook. Sorry, it's billhook back. You, Sonny Jim. What are you going to give you? Your fatigue is okay. So we're going to give you that. A spear. And give you a helmet. It's an okay setup. You got okay stats. To be honest, he's level 4 and he's only 58. I mean, if we could get this guy really geared up quickly, we may be able to actually turn him into the bloke who could use the greatsword. Which would be nice. So that's a thing. Would require training though. Let's get our stuff reorganized. Sell off that. Is there anything here particularly want? Our tools are starting to get a bit low. I will grab the war dog, even though it's a little bit more expensive than I normally like to take. But I'm going to have a war dog just because it's useful to. Well, it's useful to have them, to be honest. I like having them just so you can chase fleeing units down. And for taking, like, if I had my way, I'd have like my entire front line with war dogs. Because they're, well, not all my entire back line, I should really say, because they're great for absorbing range attacks and distracting nasty monsters. But with that, we're going to end it here, folks. If you've liked, please press the like button. If you wish to subscribe, please press the subscription button. You can follow me on Twitter, you can follow me on Steam, you can leave a comment in the comment section, and I will get back in contact with you. This has been Battle Brothers Beast Exploration DLC, and we press on. I'm going to level myself up a bit more, and then we'll probably do something like going and dealing with the witch, or one of the other things that's floating about, like the watermill. I know is, like, someone told me the watermill is tied into the Kraken fight, so we'd have to do the Kraken fight for the watermill to work. We could go down and start smacking up some of the undead stuff we have floating about, or just literally going hunting some renegades. It's going to be interesting. I get a distinct feeling that we're probably going to have an orc invasion, or it's going to pop, like, I'm 50-50. It's either going to be the orcs or the undead. The fact that we're seeing Honor Guard walking around makes me suggest that it's probably going to be undead for the next end game event popping up, which is going to be annoying, because I hate fighting the vampires in this game. The vampires in this game suck. But that's just me. So we'll see what happens next time, folks. Goodbye.